send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? It's hot now. It's hot now. Let's go. It's hot. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had been working my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap.
No, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and it is Juneteenth, and it is a celebration like never before. I want to wish everybody out there a happy Juneteenth. And hey, I went and saw my good friend and brother. Haven't seen him in years, and I'm talking about Opie over at African Imports, and he laced me out. He laced me out for the day, and I got to tell you, I was glad to go over there and see him. If you are ever in the need of good African attire or good African-American reading material, or if you really want to learn true history and not what they taught in a lot of our schools and things like that, I would get on over to African Imports right there in the Greens Point Mall and ask for Opie. Opie, I'm telling you, he is excited about all this taking place, and he was able to take care of me. Tell him KYOK sent you. He's going to give you a very, very special discount. And African Imports, those are good folks over there, and I was very, very glad to see my brother today. You can order online. He said he's shipping out all over the world. So you can order online. Just look up African Imports in Houston, right there in the Greens Point Mall, zip code 77060. I had to throw that out there. I told him I was going to give him a big shout out. We hadn't seen each other in years. So, whenever I was there, he wasn't. Whenever he was there, I wasn't. And, we got to do it today. So I am, I'm serious. Let me just tell you something real quick before we get into the show. Got a very special virtual co-host of the day calling in just a little bit. Her name is Ahmari Willis, and she's going to be another amazing young lady that you will learn to love. Because I'm telling you, we've had some amazing young people be a part of this virtual co-host time, and I'm excited about her as well. But I said this when I put it on and start walking towards the building. I said the old me never would have wore anything like this. I'm serious. The old me that tried to blend in, didn't want to be offensive, didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable, never would have put on something like this in honor of something that really should be celebrated like the 4th of July. Juneteenth is no less significant for us as Black people as the 4th of July, period. It's no less. One is the independence from a dominating nation. The other one is independence from oppressive people. And I don't know about you, I'm not blending in anymore. I'm not going to let my liberty and my freedoms and my independence not happen, not be celebrated because I don't want to make anybody else uncomfortable. I'm serious, baby. We have put up with enough of trying to make sure other people are not uncomfortable. I ain't doing it no more. If my black ain't good enough, then sorry, you just have to look at my black, and you have to look at my red, and you have to look at my green. So that's just the way it is. Welcome to the rest of 2020, because that's how it's going down. University of Mississippi and the state of Mississippi has been put on notice. You cannot host any championship level events flying that Confederate flag. Not only did they get put on notice by the NCAA, which is surprising to me, because the NCAA is a lot like the old me. They don't want to offend nobody. They want to go after, the least of them, the ones that, the Prairie Views and the Florida A&Ms, and they want to put them on probation. But they don't want to mess with Duke. They don't want to mess with North Carolina. They don't want to mess with Miami. They don't want to mess with Kansas. But they told Mississippi, the whole state, Mississippi State, University of Mississippi, Mississippi Technical College, Mississippi Polytech, Mississippi A&M. I'm making up schools. Whatever the school is in the state of Mississippi, you are not going to be able to host a championship level event flying that Confederate flag. And as I said at the top of my show, I used to not want to offend anybody. Mississippi and the South have never cared about who they offended. They gonna fly their flags on any day they feel like they want to fly them. They're gonna fly them at well, not anymore, but previously at NASCAR, previously at baseball games, previously at football games. I bet University of Mississippi tried to fly that flag at a soccer game. I bet they did. But the NCAA said no more. NCAA said until you pull that down, no championship level game. And the SEC was even worse. SEC is literally talking about them being conference eligible. Literally talking about them being conference eligible if they gonna still rock the flag. And but it's our history, and you're trying to rewrite history. Anybody trying to rewrite your history? Please, y'all been forcing that history on us since you lost the war. I mean, good God Almighty! For everything I love, we get it. You love the South. You love the daughters of the Confederate. You love the sons of the Confederate, and apparently you love losing, because that's what happened. And I don't know any other nation that celebrates the folks that lost, especially when they lost a war. We're not talking about an arm wrestling match. We're not talking about thumb wrestling. We're not talking about toe wrestling. I don't even know if that's a thing. You lost a whole doggone war against another part of the country because you couldn't have your slaves. And you want to remind us every day that we get up about your history. I keep saying, throw up that Nat Turner statue. Give me a flag with the black, with the red, the black, and the green, which is a part of a lot of people's history that lives in the South. Throw that flag up. Throw that flag up. If we're gonna put up everybody's history, throw that flag up. It's Juneteenth, Doc. I'm sorry. I had some act right. I forgot. I must have left it at home. I packed some act right with me, and I think I left it at home. I'm sorry. I'm not putting up the Confederate flag no more. You lost. You wanted to own my ancestors. You couldn't. You went to war for it. You lost the war, and now I got to look at your statues and your flags, and I got to go to football games where your statues and your flags are. I got to go to basketball games where your statues and your flags are. And you want me to be proud about your heritage? Now I got too much heritage of my own to be proud about. Sorry, not sorry. Who this? Let me see who this is. Hello, you live on a lunch break. Who's this?
AJ, it's Todd.
What's up, Todd? Todd, can you stay right there? Todd, stay right there. Let me let it cool off for a minute. Let me take a break. I'll come back with your comments after this, okay?
Okay.
All right, Todd Malcolm up next right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. If you want to get in, before my virtual co-host. Hit it up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs. Listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day? That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Kimberly, I'm sorry. Don't get back in the pool yet, Kimberly. I think I came in trying to be nice. I wanted to be nice.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his
We
righteousness.
got new people listening. What's the young lady's name?
1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring.
We got new people listening.
It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
I want to be nice
It's called
today.
To Inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK.
Yolanda, we love having you,
1140
baby.
AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all. We're One Nation Under a Groove. Look, I'm playing One Nation Under a Groove all day today. I'm wearing this shirt everywhere I go today. I ain't backing off of it today. If we can have Confederate flags and statues, I'm not turning mine down. Turn down for what? All right. Yeah, you remember in your history, I'm gonna remember mine. Let me get back to Todd before I get kicked out of here. Hey, Todd, how are you, man? Happy Juneteenth, Todd.
I appreciate it. Hey, so I want to ask you, I haven't been as much following sports as I used to, but what is the thing on Kyrie? What is he heard Kendrick Perkins that put him on blast on Twitter? What's Kyrie trying to do?
Well, Kyrie is first of all been misquoted. They put it out there that he wanted to start another league and what have you, and that had been debunked. But my question was, why is that a problem? Why can't players want to have ownership? And if they can't have ownership in the NBA, why can't they start their own BA?
Yeah.
So that's part of it. And then the other thing was Kyrie basically wanted to go and be with his team in the bubble. They wouldn't let him. And then Kyrie started saying, well, hey, what's the deal? Got over 100 NBA players and WNBA players, and then start talking about, making sure that the money was right, making sure that the insurance was right, making sure that it's safe, and then also making sure that this doesn't get in the way of the movement that's taking place for, fighting racism and social injustices against Black people.
Let me ask you that. Do you think resuming sports does get in the way of that? Like trying to get back to some sort of normalcy in the sports end, does that take away from it in your opinion?
It could. And I know it's literally going to lead other folks to other conversations that they can't have right now. Like you can only talk so much about baseball fitting to happen and basketball fitting to happen and football fitting to happen. At some point, you got to talk about life issues. And you hear the sports show saying it all the time. Oh, well, you know, this is a couple of hours where we can just get away from life. My life ain't that bad that I need to get away from it like that. I enjoy sports and I enjoy the rest of my life. At the same time, I'm not a monolith.
Yeah, I think I told you that a while back. Like, I haven't, like, when I say this with 100% sincerity, I haven't missed sports at all. Like, it surprises me a little bit because all I did was shift that time to my kids. And I love my kids more than sports, right?
And you got some amazing kids, bro. I looked at Kaylee's note last night again, and that thing lit me up like it did the first time I opened it. So I understand that, Todd. I mean, that's why I asked the question, has this exposed America's addiction to sports, and has it revealed how some towns like Tuscaloosa and like Gainesville, that they have literally built their entire economies around sports. So what happens then when you can't play sports?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it speaks to lack of depth in people's lives, right? If you don't have that, you have nothing to replace it. Where's your depth? You know what I mean?
Yep.
If that is, and you're right, those small towns, Norman, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa, Gainesville,
Stillwater, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a cult following with the team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're crazy about it. I mean,
Yep. And Todd, that's why I love what the players are saying. And I'll even give Tom Herman some credit. Tom Herman says, listen, don't shout for these guys on Sunday and then talk about them and call them out their names. On Saturday, and then call them out their names on Saturday evening, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you're cheering for them again on Saturday. These Black Lives Matter, and it's time, to put some things in perspective. If only people would fight as hard for Black lives as they do for those doggone statues and flags, man, we'd be all right.
No, it's weird. I've been thinking about this a lot. It's almost like, you look at all these, universities been around forever, right?
Yep.
And we got a lot of stuff that was celebrated at times when stuff was tolerated. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got these 100-year-old statues. You got these names on these buildings
Yep.
that have been there. And there were at times where that stuff was considered okay or tolerated.
Yep.
Now it's not.
Yeah.
It almost looks like, when I see it, it's like our country's trying to cleanse itself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're trying to cleanse it, cleanse ourselves. And like I said, if I take University of Texas, I'm a diehard fan. I had no idea. And I'm friends with a lot of former Black players, right?
Yep.
They didn't even know the history of that song.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I've asked at least 20. I said, man, when you were playing there, I said, did you know that's the origin? Like, nah, Todd, I never even knew. If I knew, I never would have sang it.
But Todd, that's why I say, man, I love these young people, bro. Because a lot of times we think they're unengaged, disengaged, that they're not being attentive and all that. And they know stuff that a lot of us didn't even know. It was a young person that brought to me the third stanza of the national anthem. And I was like, what am I singing that for? I mean, this guy got his butt whooped by a bunch of Black soldiers and wrote a song about it. And, he didn't get into his feelings until the third stanza. Why that was chosen to be the song for the entire country is just, but Todd, I hate to do it. I got to go. My very special guest is standing by. She's ready to come on and get it in. So tune in to young Ahmari Willis for me, okay?
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, AJ.
Always a pleasure, Todd. And I am going to read that you sent me. I'll get it in eventually.
Okay, I appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks, Todd. Hey, y'all, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have with us none other than Ahmari Willis. She is our virtual co-host of the day. We'll be right back.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do?
Is it
Call
Ahmari?
US Med for home delivery
Girl,
of
I love
your
it. I can't wait.
supplies.
Okay,
If
hold
you
on.
have
Stay right there,
diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Juneteenth edition of Freestyle Friday. I'm glad to be here today, man. I'm loving everything going on. I know folks are mad at me. I'm loving making them mad. I just don't know how mad I've been for 50 plus years. But anyway, without further ado, let me bring her on in here now. It is my virtual co-host for the day. It is none other than Ahmari Willis. Ahmari, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad to have you. And you know, some of your friends and family members have already come on early. Please tell them, don't be afraid of me. I usually don't go off like this, but hey, it's Juneteenth. I had to set some stuff straight.
Hey, we're all here for it. We're all
Baby,
here for it.
I'm here for all the smoke today. Do you hear me? So, Ahmari, tell everybody who you are, where you are, how old you are, what you're doing, and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, I am Ahmari Willis. I am 20 years old. I attend UCA, University of Central Arkansas. I am in my junior year. I am pursuing a career in physical therapy, and I am a former cheerleader at UCA.
What's up with the former part? Why we former cheerleader?
I'm taking a little break just to get my health and everything back on track, but I do plan on going back next year. So just got to get some things in order.
I'm not trying to get in your business, but you didn't have a fall or anything like that. You didn't hurt yourself or anything like that.
Yes, I did hurt myself. I ended up having a really bad concussion at the beginning of the first semester during the very first home game. Yes. She took me out.
Ahmari, don't tell me them girls didn't catch you. Who didn't catch you, Ahmari? Let me know who did. I'm here for all the smoke today, Ahmari. I need to know who didn't catch you. I put my ski mask
I was actually on the bottom. And we were doing something so simple, and she freaked out in the middle of it and just took me out. I don't blame her though. I don't blame her.
Who kicked you, Ahmari? Tell me who kicked you. Who did it up there in Arkansas kicking on you? I need to know. I
cannot give out names like that.
Get in my DMs later.
I will.
Get in my DMs later. All right, I'm going to talk to her daddy. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to her daddy. Yes, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. Need to talk to you for a minute. Ahmari Willis, y'all. She is a what year are you in at UCA?
I'm a junior at UCA.
Junior at UCA. That's University of Central Arkansas, Southland Conference. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Play against the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin. Mm-hmm. Play against Texas State, I believe. Y'all get it in with them. Yeah. I know a little bit about the Southland Conference. Where are you from originally, Ahmari?
I'm originally from Texarkana, Texas.
What's going on up there in Texarkana? We got another young lady on from Texarkana. What's up in Texarkana?
It's not as busy as I thought it would be once they started opening everything because of COVID, but it's starting to slowly but surely kind of get back to the way it was. Some people are just not taking the whole COVID thing serious. You got people out here without masks on, people with masks on, the 6 feet. It's just, it's a lot.
Let me tell you something. I get my distance. I get mine. Walk up on me if you want to with no mask on. One guy got the death stare the other night. I was trying to get some food and take out. And, first of all, he wasn't even the guy right behind me. He was like 2 or 3 6 feet behind me and walked up to me. Is there a line, buddy? Is there a line? And I'm thinking to myself, if you don't move back, and I just stared at him. I just gave him that look like his mama should have gave him, and he did. He went on back there to his spot.
Some of them do not care at all.
Yeah,
I'm just like, there's tape. There's tape 6 feet apart for a reason.
All you got to do is stand on the tape. Just got to stand on the tape. Yep. Ahmari Willis, she is a junior at University of Central Arkansas. She's from Texarkana. She's my virtual co-host of the day. You're majoring in what again?
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy. You need physical therapy, and you're majoring in physical therapy.
I do. That's exactly why I got into it, though. I've had so many injuries over my cheer career.
Oh wow!
You can't even keep count anymore. So
we got a young lady on right now. She's one of our lunch breakers. Her name is Kimberly Armstrong, and her daughter.
Hi, Kimberly.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader. We had another young lady that was part of the NCAA cheer tournament.
NCAA staff.
Yeah, I actually covered that tournament in Dallas Fort Worth, and man, I had no idea that they had tens of thousands of people that were part of that thing, and they were all trying to get to Disney for the national championship. So that was awesome.
Oh yeah, I had the chance to attend NCAA camps and everything, and I was asked to be a staffer. And honestly, NCAA as a whole, they're such a great organization for cheerleaders because we don't really have like a middle ground for all of us. So whenever we do get to go to those camps and everything, it's great to just be able to see all the diversity and everyone around that enjoys the same sport as we do.
Yeah, that was my thing.
I did say sport.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you that because the young lady that we had on, her question was, is cheerleading a sport? And you said yes.
I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. My mom enrolled me at a really young age. So for me, it is a sport. And it's not just the sideline, like the pom-poms and the uniforms and looking pretty all the time. There is some major like sweat and tears and some major injuries that go into it. I'm a walking example of all of the injuries that can come with it. But at the end of the day, it is very rewarding when we're able to all go out there as a team, as one, and win those awards and everything. And you create a bond with all of these girls and these guys that you never would have honestly met outside of being in cheer. So because I've made a lot of friendships and everything with all of the people that I've met through it. So
I'm going to agree with you. It is definitely a sport. I think because a lot of people just see the sideline version, or in high school, they saw people that they knew, but not many of them get to see that level of competition. And it is. And I know practicing
it's very competitive.
Right, trying out for it to be on that competition team and all of that. And then you got people that come from all around the world to be a part of those competitions.
I almost went to, it's a gym in Dallas, Texas called Cheer Athletics. Mm-hmm. My mom, she was going to let me, and we were going to travel. I was still going to live in Texarkana and attend school, but she was going to let me try out there. And that was going to be a lot of traveling within that one period of time. But I stayed here and stayed with my home team, Twin City All-Stars. Hey, Shara.
Yeah, you got to shout them out. Yeah, do that again. Twin City All-Stars.
Yes, sir. I stayed here because that gym basically became my second home. I was always there if I wasn't at home or at school. So I stayed grounded where I was, and I finished out the year, went all throughout my senior year with it, and ended up getting some opportunities from that as well. So
I think that's absolutely outstanding. I do. And again, anybody that doesn't think cheerleading is a sport, come see me. I got to tell them, I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for all the smoke today. Give them my number. So we got Ahmari Willis joining us, my virtual co-host of the day, again, from Texarkana. She's attending the University of Central Arkansas. She wants to do physical therapy, and she's also very passionate about other things in life. So, I know you said they're not really taking COVID-19 seriously up there in Texarkana. What about when you go back to UCA? Are you ready to be in that open classroom environment, those lecture halls? I don't know how big UCA is, but it's going to be more than 20 people in there. So,
right.
Yeah, so are you ready for that?
I personally, I'm ready and prepared for it as much as I can be. Like, with me taking the precautions that I can take, but I just have a feeling that there are going to be people around me that are not as cautious, like with wearing a mask and staying 6 feet apart. I'm not understanding how our schools are actually going to handle the 6 feet apart situation. Because some of those lecture halls, there's over 100 students in that one lecture hall, and there's not enough seats to accommodate all of us in there. So I'm just curious to see how they're going to go about doing that.
Have they given you guys any communication on what the plan is? When do you actually go back to school?
We go back to school August 20th, and they have us going from August 20th until Thanksgiving break. And then after Thanksgiving break, we're going to return to online instruction. So I guess they're trying to just kind of give it a feel on how it's going to go. And then after Thanksgiving break is normally when cold and flu season hits. So I'm guessing that's why they have us doing it that way. But I just say put it all online for right now, because we haven't even hit the second wave.
Yeah.
And if we're all around each other and all these parties and everything that are going to go on when school starts, there's no telling how many of us are going to contract it.
Wait,
and I don't want to be one.
Wait, parties? Y'all have parties?
You do have parties.
I'm being silly. Look, I'm a Kappa, so trust me. Phi Nu Pi, K-Psi, Phi Nu Pi, fractional nice there today. You know the deal. I'm preaching to my left, preaching to my right. You know the deal. But again, and folks, like you just said, that's college life. Yeah. That's college life. And if the administrators and the folks that make those kind of decisions have not thought about that, then let me ask you a question. Why should you be the guinea pig? Why should you be let's test it out until Thanksgiving, and then after that, we're going to go back online?
Exactly. I don't understand the logic at all. For me personally, because I have asthma, and there's like so many people around me that have underlying issues. So if we're gonna go back into this environment, y'all are gonna take our well-being into consideration, then I'm going to stay at home. I will stay at home. Yeah. I can get education online too. So
that part right there concerns me. I'm not your daddy, but you could be my daughter, and I don't think I'm sending my child to UCA and paying the money, to go to UCA for her to be a guinea pig. If you don't have those things figured out, it's just like up at Ohio State University. They're having their student athletes sign a waiver that, if they get sick, they're not going to sue the school. I'm sorry.
Wow.
If I have to sign a waiver, then that tells me this thing ain't all right.
Exactly.
So I know y'all want football, but maybe run some of them old championship games that we won back in the day until we get this thing figured out. I just don't understand why the adults don't have more adult brain matter to say this is different right here. This is different.
And like you said, the games and the football season. Yes, I love football season. I miss being able to be on the sidelines cheering. I wanted to be able to participate in the stands this year because I've never gotten to do that at all because I've cheered for so long. But if it's at the risk of my health and other people around me, I don't want it. I had enough experience. That's good enough for me. Yes, I feel bad for these incoming freshmen, but at the end of the day, you're going to have other football seasons. We need to let all of this die down first. Please.
Do we have to get it all in right now? Now, Ahmari, you know what? I just realized that the young lady who came on early was your mother. And please say, Mama, disregard everything AJ said before I got on here. But your mom says, I'm Mama, and we're going to be very cautious. She says, I don't understand why they have to go back. Keep the virtual teaching going. And I got to tell you, I agree with your mother. I agree with your mother 100%.
Oh, goodness.
Don't laugh. That's your mama. That's your mama.
I know. She's with all the smoke, too, so y'all get along well. But, yeah, she's very... Because we were talking about it last night, and she's just really... Because I'm far away from home. I'm 2 hours from home, and it's not that far, but still, I'm not in my parents' presence.
Right.
So, for me to be that far away and something to happen, and they can't get to me as fast as they want to, that's a concern. And that's a concern for a lot of parents, because there's some kids that are way further than I am. So I just think that they need to evaluate the situation a lot more before we head back onto campus.
Yeah.
I know we all miss campus and the campus activities, but the campus will still be there. If you guys coming on campus and we losing students like here and there, that's not the way you want to go about it.
Ahmari, I'm finna send a write-in ballot for you to be the president of the whole school up there.
Oh,
at UCA.
Oh gosh.
Because I'm not talking about the student council. I'm not talking about the Black Student Union. I'm not talking about none. I'm talking about the whole doggone thing. Because the fact that you have more common sense that all those things will be there is as long as we protect the health and the well-being of the students. Without students, you don't have a school.
You don't have a school, you don't have that money coming in.
You don't have a football team. You don't have a basketball team. You don't have a baseball team. You have none of that without the students. And if you don't protect the students, I don't care what else you got. And then, like you've already said, and your mother's on, so I want to be, God forbid, but you have underlying health conditions. I have asthma too.
Right.
And watch this. I don't know how bad my asthma is. I'm not a doctor. I know when I have issues, I take my medicine. But now you're going to add in a virus with no cure, no vaccine, no widely agreed upon treatment method. And that goes with my asthma, and I'm 2 hours away from my mom and my daddy. We got some issues there. And
my thing is, there's people out here talking about, oh, it's just like the flu. It's just like, no, it's not like the flu. It's not like a cold. This stuff literally sits in your chest. It crystallizes. So if you have underlying, even without the underlying health issues, that is dangerous. Some people will not come back from that.
Ahmari, don't go with me and again tell your mom I'm not totally crazy. I don't listen to people. If you can't handle, basic math and you might have made it through science, we don't quite know for sure. I'm not going to go to you as an expert on infectious diseases that we've never seen before. It's like just because you read something on Google doesn't mean you know the same thing as somebody with an MD or a PhD. I'm going to listen to Dr. Fauci. You ain't got to like him, but I'm kind of listening to him right now, and it's not the flu. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ahmari, you came in on the right day, baby. It's Juneteenth.
It is Juneteenth. I'm here for it all today.
Ahmari, your mother said, "Speak, baby." Listen, before we take a break, the next thing I want to talk about when we come back from the break is everything that's going on with the social unrest. I don't know how old your mother is, but I'm a little bit older than probably you both. And I was at the tail end of, the civil rights movement. I remember, I was telling my sister the other day, I remember us traveling from Cincinnati to New Orleans, and we went through Louisiana. And my dad had to go around the back to go into the gas station to get gas and some food for us. And I remember it distinctly. And I reminded my sister, she said, I do remember that. And I remember our mother telling us to shut up, be quiet, don't say nothing, don't look at nobody, just stay still. Because now I know it was that dangerous. And to see all that kind of playing out again, I want to get your feelings on what you're seeing now. And I also want to get your thoughts on, the fact it's people like you that are at the face of the movement. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll do it when we come back. We got Ahmari Willis. She's phenomenal. She's my virtual co-host of the day. We'll have more from her when we come back on the lunch break.
Do you dream of using your creative talents in the movie business? How about the advertising world? Or would you rather work in fashion? At Academy of Art University, we can help you get the art and design skills and experiences that employers want. Hundreds of top companies in the Bay Area and around the world have hired graduates from the Academy. You'll be trained by professional faculty members that have worked in the industry, so your education is practical and focused on what real-world companies want. You can get your degree at our San Francisco campus or anywhere online. Do what you want to do with your life. Call right now to get more information.
800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. That's 800-811-4169.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident, or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident, or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we'll run a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1
Step out,
p.m.
Ahmari. We got one more after
Marriage
this.
Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org. Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you. On the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is Juneteenth, baby. I'm telling you, it's our Independence Day, and I'm loving every bit of it. I mean, I told the story, Ahmari. We got a virtual co-host joining us all the way. Ahmari, are you up in Texarkana right now, or are you in Arkansas?
I am. I'm in Texarkana.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if I'm your mom, I ain't letting you go nowhere, no time soon, baby. Just leave mama alone. Let mama be mama now. It's a different time right now. I told the story before you came on that, you know, when I was growing up, I was trying to blend in. I wasn't trying to make no waves. I was just trying to blend in with everybody. I was listening to Journey, Foreigner, Air Supply. My favorite album was The Best of Bread and stuff like that, because that's what my friends were listening to.
Right.
Child, I got down to New Orleans, Louisiana. I was the only little black boy on the football team. When I did good, they liked me. When I didn't do good, I was everything but a child of God. Right. And then I went to Tulane University. By the time I got back to Cincinnati, I was ready to fight the power, baby. I was ready to fight the power. Yes. So I never would have worn anything like what I have on today. And it's just it's our flag, it's our colors, it's us.
Right.
And I never would have done that. I wouldn't have wanted to make anybody uncomfortable. I wouldn't have wanted to be a wave maker or anything like that. I tried to climb the corporate ladder and do all that kind of stuff. You know what? Me being black shouldn't offend nobody. I'm sorry. You being white don't offend me. Well, why should me being black offend anybody else? So you know, I'm going to celebrate Juneteenth. To me, it's as important as the 4th of July. So, you know, you got out from an oppressive country. We got out from some oppressive people. So let's rock this thing.
I'm ready.
All right. So Ahmari Willis is a junior at University of Central Arkansas. She's from Texarkana. She's majoring in physical therapy. Former cheerleader, but we're going to get that rocking again. We're going to get that
coming back.
Right,
I'm coming back.
You know, and I'm telling you, I do. I cover UCA, I cover Stephen F. Austin and all those schools, Lamar and all of them. I cover them. So when I look up there, I better see Ahmari Willis on that cheerleading roster.
You'll be the first one to know that I'm back.
All right. I'm gonna say you need to come back to let us know you back. All right.
I will.
There you go. So Ahmari, it's a different time. There's social unrest all over the world after seeing the horrific murder of a black man in Minnesota over something that should never have come down to police officers kneeling on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds on worldwide TV. And I don't know why they thought that was going to be okay, because that came right after Ahmaud Arbery, that came right after Breonna Taylor, that came right after all of that. And by the way, we still hadn't gotten over, Philandro Castro and Eric Garner and all those others, Michael Brown and Tamir Rice, and I could go on and on and on. And don't forget the ladies out there, So as a young person, how are you feeling about what's happening, and how are you feeling about literally being the face of this movement?
Honestly, I was 12 when Trayvon Martin happened. He was 17. So right then and there, realization of everything that has happened for 400 years, not even just today, that hit me then. And so for me to continue to see it and there was no change being made even after that happened, I'm not even gonna lie, I became very enraged. No, my mom did not raise me to be that way, but with this generation, I'm not even an outspoken person. We're a lot more outspoken when it comes to this situation than I feel like past generations were in some ways. Like if you would have met me 4 years ago, I would not be out at these protests or anything like that. I went to my first protest, and I'm glad that I went, because it opened my eyes to a lot more. And I'm not even gonna say that I'm educated on everything it is being black, but I'm starting to educate myself a lot more since I am older. I feel like I was kind of not sheltered from certain things, but I was kept as a child. My parents wanted me to enjoy being a child. But now that I am older and my siblings are older, I have 2 black brothers. Yeah. You're not going to tell me that they're about to go out there and feel uncomfortable and unsafe and I'm not about to say anything about it. That's what you're not going to do.
Yeah.
And so,
wow.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, because I'm telling you really have me about to bust up like a little baby, because I'm a father. I've got girls, and like you said, to have black boys, and literally, they killed Sandra Bland. I know it's suicide, but you don't abuse her the way you did over a routine traffic stop. And she's not in a suicidal state. So, yeah, you killed her.
Exactly.
You killed her. Tatiana in her home, taking care of her nephew. You don't identify yourself as a cop, but you shoot through her house and you kill her.
Right.
Yeah. You got me about to go in. So, go ahead, finish your thoughts. So let me get my emotions together.
I have to too, because just talking about it, and I used to be the person that didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable, but people need to feel uncomfortable about all this injustice. Like, it's not right, and you can't just sit by and be silent about it. Like, my friends, I have white friends. I'm in an interracial relationship, and they've been great about it. They're educating themselves. And I feel like the ones that aren't doing that, they're a part of the problem. And I will say, I'll call you out in a second. Now, I wasn't like that before, but I'm not going to continue to stand by and watch myself and like my mom, my brothers, I have uncles, aunts, all these people of color. And I worry about them every single time of the day now. Since all this, I can't breathe if I don't hear them. Like, on the phone when they answer me, I automatically go to the worst case scenario. And same with my mom. Like, she calls me a lot more than she used to, with me having to go out and be late, like be out late and working and everything.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have to be uncomfortable like that and watch our backs 24/7. I shouldn't have to look in my rearview mirror while I'm driving, thinking that it's a cop car that's about to pull me over, and me like it's sad, but it's reality. I've been like that. Since this entire thing happened, I have looked over my shoulder so many times in the past few months. It's unreal.
Yeah, that's the tough part as a parent, as a father and as a mother, to have your children living with that kind of fear. We work as hard as we work. We do all the things that we do. We stay out of trouble so that our children can have a safe, healthy, best we can provide for them lifestyle.
Right.
Be afraid because of nonsense that's going on, and people are trying to justify. I'm sorry, man. Running away.
There's no justifying anything.
Running away don't mean shoot me in my back. If you're that kind of police officer that you got to shoot somebody in the back because you're not fast enough or skilled enough to catch them, you don't need to be a police officer.
You don't need to be a police officer.
Kneeling on somebody's neck and they're telling you that they can't breathe, and as ignorant as well, if he could talk, he can breathe. You're dumb. I'm sorry. You're just dumb, and you shouldn't even be a part of the conversation.
Right.
That's not policing. That's murder. Right. And this man is on trial for murder. So
they're taking advantage of the badge that they were given. They don't have, half of them don't even have the proper training.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. It takes a longer time for someone to get their license in another occupation than it does to become a police officer. What kind of logic
is that
when you're supposed to be taking care of the people out in your community, not murdering them just because you have the badge and the gun to do so?
And then have some type of, legalistic immunity where you can't be tried, according to the crime that you commit. I got to take a break. I got to bring Sybil Wilkes in to give us the update on coronavirus. Okay. But when I come back, I want to talk a little bit about your relationship. Do you mind? I don't want to be disrespectful.
Okay. Oh, you're fine.
We'll do that when we come back. Again, we've got Ahmari Willis. She's a phenomenal young lady. She's my virtual co-host of the day. I want y'all to tune in 281-453-1000 if you got questions, or you can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Again, it's the virtual co-host of the day, and we'll be back with her. Real quick, let me give you a quick sports update. Baseball is at it again. They have fallen out of love with their players. They offered a 60-game season with prorated pay. The players asked for 70 games with prorated pay, and now the owners don't want to do that, so there might not be no baseball. The league has told the University of Mississippi and other schools down there, they can't host anything with those Confederate flags flying. And I think that's long overdue. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes in. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
$4169. That's 800-811-4169.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. As the pandemic continues, school and businesses are finding ways to reopen. Schools across Michigan will be allowed to resume in-person instruction this fall with strict safety measures in place. The Secretary of Higher Education in New Jersey has released guidance for colleges and universities to reopen for in-person instruction for the upcoming summer and fall sessions. Movie theater chain Cinemark plans to have all of its more than 500 locations nationwide reopened by July 17th. The company says moviegoers will be strongly encouraged to wear face masks. To promote social distancing among its employees, Amazon is testing a wearable device that will beep and emit a flashing light when warehouse workers are too close to each other. Ford Motor Company is giving 30,000 U.S. employees the option to work from home until at least the end of this year. Please visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Unfortunately, in my closing moments with our virtual co-host of the day. Ahmari, how long have you been in your relationship?
I have been in my relationship for almost 2 years. We'll be 2 years in September.
Good. And obviously, he's a very understanding person and seems to be trying, like you said, trying to educate himself on what's going on.
Yes, sir. We when we first started dating, my whole thing was because I don't care what color you are. You can be black, white, brown. My parents didn't raise me to see color. I do see color, but not in that way. Like
I like that you're saying that. Yeah, that's important. Go ahead.
But we've always been open with like the fact that obviously I'm black, he's white, and we've gotten those stares, the little dirty looks and everything being together already. And that's something I wasn't expecting, but I knew was going to come with the relationship in itself. But we're very open when it comes to the topic of like race, and obviously that I go through different things that he's not going to ever experience. So I feel like there's some people out there that like they're disgusted with interracial relationships, and it's shocking to me. I'm not even gonna lie. I have some family, they're not really all here for it, but as long as I'm being treated right, they're like, go for it. But the minute that something happens, they're coming guns blazing.
Yeah,
period.
I can imagine.
But,
is he out there protesting with you? Has he protested with you?
He hasn't protested with me because we're in two separate places at the moment.
Okay.
But back in his hometown, he has protested a few times.
All right. I think that's the beauty of the young people. Like you said, you have gone out to educate yourself. You haven't just taken what they've taught us in school.
Right.
And I love the fact that you guys dig deep, because y'all dig past stuff that folks did not even want y'all to find. So y'all are very well versed, very well educated, and very open minded, because again, y'all got people all around the world. Any movement that can make the Amish come out of their seclusion and their sequestration and protest and say Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you something. I'm grateful for every single one of you. So do me a favor. We got to get ready to go. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you and encourage you.
Okay, so my Facebook is obviously Ahmari Willis. So feel free to send me a friend request. I'll probably accept it. I'm very friendly. My Instagram is Mari_K. That's MAARRII_KAAY. I'm really not big on social media, so that's about it. I try to stay away from it as much as possible, especially while I'm in school, just to,
Focus on school, baby. Focus on school.
Yes, sir.
Ahmari, you have been a phenomenal virtual co-host. We're going to have you back, okay?
You
do me a favor and come back as soon as you can, okay?
I will. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, y'all. Let's hit the top of the hour.
KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had to work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, y'all. This game is not over. In fact, I'm overwhelmed just after having that amazing young lady as my virtual co-host of the day. Ahmari Willis is just another phenomenal young lady that's out there making a difference in the world. And I am glad to have a platform where we can introduce her to all the people who are now praying for her, encouraging her, supporting her. Ahmari, you picked up a tribe today, young lady. You picked up a tribe of people who got your back. And well, listen, mama, if you ever need us, hooty-hoo, we rolling up. I'm telling you now, we are rolling up, and Texarkana is not too far, and Central Arkansas definitely ain't too far. So again, y'all, I need y'all to keep it going for Ahmari Willis. She is phenomenal. Again, a junior up at University of Central Arkansas, from Texarkana, majoring in physical therapy and just doing great things. She is literally the life that we're talking about, that we're fighting for. She is that in action. And I love that. I absolutely love it. We gotta have her back. In fact, what I'm gonna have to do, I got 5,000 friends right now on Facebook. I need to run through that thing. Because I got to have room for friends like Ahmari Willis. I need to have room for people like her mother. Mama, you done picked up a brother today. I'm officially Uncle AJ today. So tell nobody I ain't up to nothing. I ain't got no ulterior motives. I'm just trying to make sure my niece is all right. So yeah, that's how we doing it right there. Again, y'all, what a phenomenal virtual co-host of the day. Got some more coming up. Not today, but we got some more virtual co-hosts coming up in the next week, as well as, over that time. If you got an amazing young person that you want to get on here, anywhere from, Ahmari, that's what it is, Uncle AJ. And Uncle AJ is a little thrown off, so any dirty work that you need done, just let me know. I don't need you and mama going to jail for nothing. Just holler at your boy. I'll be up there. Y'all, look, go in the house. I got it. I got it. So anyway, let me stop. We do. We got some virtual co-hosts coming up, but if you got an amazing young person that you want to be a part of this, ages 12 and up, bring them on, let us get them on, and let them have a great opportunity and make some memories doing something that, that they might not get a chance to do anywhere else. And I'm, again, glad to have the platform to do it. So we talked before the break, a little quick sports update, and then I want to get into some Juneteenth stuff. CJ, leave me alone. I got to let them know. Hey, Uncle AJ, he don't play. All right. Look, my oldest son would literally tell his friends, my dad's crazy. I can't do that. And he wasn't lying. My youngest son, not so much. But my oldest son, when his friends would come up with something really thrown off, his answer would be, my dad crazy. I can't do that. He wasn't lying. I want him to know that. All right. Just like that, Major League Baseball and the players have fallen out of love. Major League Baseball and the players are like that couple in a relationship that you just want to stay out of it. When they happy, you mad about the last thing that they told you that the other person did wrong. And then when you're mad, they done fell in love again. That's that relationship that you just want to stay out of. That's Major League Baseball and the players right now. I'm just staying out of it. You want the update on baseball? Ain't no baseball. Will there be baseball? I don't know. But right now, that's that couple. I'm just leaving them alone. All right? They'll figure it out. 13 players at University of Texas have tested positive. Several players at U of H have tested positive. Several players at Alabama have tested positive. There are players at Oklahoma State that have tested positive. There are even local high school players that have tested positive. I say all that to say, I don't know if there's going to be football in the fall. Watch this. I don't know if there's going to be safe football in the fall. I'll leave it at that. Kareem Jackson, former Texan, is the most recent NFL player to be diagnosed with COVID-19. As you well know, players from the Texans and the Cowboys have recently tested positive, and that's why there are folks who have asked the commissioner of the NFL to postpone the start of the season. So I got a special co-host that has surprised me. El Michelle, good Lord Almighty. Do me a favor, sir. Call me on the line too, so folks can hear you. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. This is a pleasant surprise. This is a very pleasant surprise. Some of you can see him, but as soon as I get him on the audio, we'll hear from our next special guest.
What's the number?
281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. I lost my train of thought, man. I done lost my train of thought. Wow. This is a huge honor right here. So anyway, let me finish this. Mark Cuban was asked what he's going to do. What is he going to do when his players kneel during the national anthem? He said, hopefully I'll be able to join them. Mark Cuban, I ain't mad at you. Mark Cuban, I'm not mad at you. Russell Westbrook is a part of a Juneteenth celebration and block party going on in Tulsa today, virtually. And he's also working on a documentary about the 1921 Tulsa race massacre called The Terror in Tulsa, The Rise and the Fall of Black Wall Street. So, again, another great thing that Russell Westbrook is doing. And then out of some kind of spite, out of some kind of ignorance, and I'm saying it, some thug, I got a picture of who he was, some thug went out and spray painted the statue of Hall of Fame tennis player Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe, who ain't never done nothing to nobody but be a great tennis player and speak up for black people as he was climbing a ladder that did not even exist for black people in the sport of tennis. Some thug, yes, I used the word correctly, some thug went out and spray painted it with White Lives Matter. I said it. Some thug went out and sprayed White Lives Matter on the statue of Arthur Ashe in Virginia because they're taking down his beloved Confederate hero statues around the city. So he thought in retaliation, it would be a good idea to go and spray paint the statue of Arthur Ashe, one of the most docile, one of the most beloved. Can I go a little further? Never owned a slave, never owned a human, never violated anybody's human rights, never murdered anybody, never raped anybody, never pillaged anybody, and never fought for the right for people to be able to do any of those atrocities. And this thug, I use the word right, took it upon himself to get in his feelings and go out and spray paint a statue of Arthur Ashe with White Lives Matter. Sound familiar? I'm not talking about the spray painting. I'm talking about the name calling. An animal, just an animal, out there running around out of control, defacing our beautiful statues. He's a thug. He's an animal. And should be in jail. Yep, he should. If you're going to say that about black people for defacing the statues of people who were murderers, who were rapists, who stole people against their will and put them in slavery, enslaved them, and or fought for the right for other people to do that very thing. If you're going to call them out their name, then this guy, yeah, he's a thug. He's an animal, and he should be in jail. Period. See how that works? I don't want to hear, oh, he's just a boy. Oh, he was just acting out of his feeling. Oh, if you can do it, we can do it too. No. No. Thugdom was in him. He was a thug before this moment. He was a bad seed before this moment. And he should be prosecuted. Period. See how that works? Hopefully he won't resist arrest. Hopefully he won't get knelt down on for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Hopefully if he can't breathe, somebody will give him breath. See how that works? It's Juneteenth, baby. I'm here for all of it. Got to take a break. I'll be right back right after this.
Trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs. Listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break, and I heard these words, help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day. That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Having trouble getting focus? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, got a special guest. He's going to be joining me any moment. Just need him to call in on our line so folks can hear it on the radio. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Want to shout out to my friend Annie Hines for joining. I think she's up in Indianapolis. Annie, are y'all up in the Indianapolis area? She and I and her husband went to school together, ministry school together. So good to see them tuning in as well. Annie is definitely one who has really tried to understand, from a different perspective, some of the things that are going on right now, and I appreciate that. As I've said before, I want to bring about meaningful change. I want this change to be permanent. I don't want my children and grandchildren fighting the same fight that I'm fighting. I don't want them to fight the same fight that their grandparents fought. I don't want them fighting the same fight that their great-grandparents fought, and so on. So, but that being said, the young man with the statue out in Virginia, spray painting Arthur Ashe, that can't happen. That just can't happen. All right. I don't want to start this part before we get our special guest on. So let me do this. I'm going to try and take one more commercial, and then I'll come back and we should hopefully have him on. But this is going to be a very great guest. This is going to be a very, very great guest. So I'm really excited about having him on, y'all. This Juneteenth is going to be like no other. So I want y'all to stay right there, and we'll do it. We'll do it in just a minute right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I think I covered all the breaking news. A lot of folks keep talking about Colin Kaepernick and which team he's going to go to and if he's going to get signed back in the league and all of that. I really kind of wish that we would stop talking about Colin having a second chance. Colin didn't do anything wrong to need a second chance. Colin exercised his First Amendment right. I know there are people that didn't like the way and where and how he exercised it, but that's really all Colin did. So this whole second chance narrative, it's beyond me. If Colin is able to play and make a team and all that, then I think he has the right to do it. So let me go ahead and take this quick break. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break. Okay. Okay, I got you, man. Stay right there. Okay.
diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television
Man, what a day.
$4 a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044. This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
Well, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and man, I'm literally having a starstruck moment. I'm literally having a starstruck moment because I had no idea that legendary saxophonist Mr. Kyle Turner was going to be dropping by the lunch break today. Sir,
hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. Getting through all this pandemic and craziness in the world and enjoying this wonderful Juneteenth.
Man, I tell you what, I hear you on all the above, and it is a wonderful Juneteenth. Again, tell everybody, for those who might not know, and I don't know how they don't know, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it.
Okay, I'm a jazz saxophonist. My name is Kyle Turner. And I've been playing saxophone a long time. We leave it like that.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Not just playing it, man, but literally doing it like nobody has ever done it before. So, man, I really appreciate you coming by the show today.
Oh, definitely, man. I had to come by, man. The parts I heard, man, I'm enjoying. I checked out when I tuned in, you were talking about the NFL season, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I kind of threw a caveat in there. If they're not going to do it safely, then I kind of feel like they shouldn't. I really do. And you got more players that are coming out testing positive, and I know they're high-level athletes, but they got to go back to grandmothers and mothers and wives and children that might have underlying health issues. This thing really could be bad if they don't do it right.
Exactly. And the one thing you can't avoid in a sport like football and really basketball, who's talking about coming back quicker, is contact.
Right.
You can't socially distance and effectively play football.
And they got all the protocols they're saying for football. They have to, of course, social distance. You can have no more than certain players in drills. Everybody's got to wear a mask unless they're in a physical activity. Like you said, when you're on that field, there's going to be contact. There's not going to be social distancing.
Exactly. Well, like I said, we are both, coming from the same point of view, and the point of view of a lot of fans is that we're being selfish in this because we miss sports so much, and just like with a lot of our music fans, they miss the music, coming to a concert and seeing live music, and to the point that there are a lot of things that are not considered.
And that's the part I've been asking the question from a sports standpoint, but it's applicable to music too. have we gotten spoiled and even borderline addicted to our sports where we're literally ready to get out there even if we could risk our lives or somebody else's life in order to do it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. This has been a very challenging time for me because, like we prepare music to present music. And the presentation of the music is what we love. We love sharing what God has given us to make people happy, man, and make them feel a certain way, and it's just been a rough spill the past 2.5 months. I'm not going to, the first couple of weeks I was like, okay, cool, it's a vacation. But then when it became 3 weeks, and then a month, and 2 months, and now going into the third month, it's quite challenging.
Yeah, and it has been challenging, and I got to tell you, I have a lot of respect for folks in your industry that have said, hey, while we're in this shutdown, I'm going to go ahead and let people have a part of me, via video and, Zoom and all these other different platforms. I mean, man, that's like one of the greatest gifts y'all can give us by still making yourselves available to us during times like this.
Well, that's what we do, man, and we try to make people feel good. And I hear that you're a superhero, man.
Who told you that? What kind of superhero am I, man? And look,
an admirer and a big fan of yours said that you're a superhero, that you're an awesome father, an awesome individual, and they gave you a nickname.
What was the nickname, sir?
Mr. Magic.
Oh, well, I'm humbled, and I'm not worthy, and I'm grateful all at the same time.
Well,
so
here's your theme song, man. Happy Father's Day, man.
Man, that is, when I tell you, that is one of the best gifts I could ever receive, because that's from you. That's original. Nobody has ever done anything like that for me. Man, I sure appreciate that. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to edit that part of the show. Folks are going to hear that clip again. That might be my intro onto the show from now on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Brother, I can't thank you enough, man. And I mean it. Happy Father's Day to you. Thank you for sharing with us your gift, your talent, your time. Man, I'm telling you, you are literally world renowned, and I'm not embellishing that.
Well, man, we're just trying to keep it going through this new normal, and I want everybody that's listening to us to stay safe, be careful, and be vigilant about this. About leveling this thing off so we can try to get back to some form of normalcy.
Absolutely. Do me a favor, tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can, there's some on here, I know they haven't heard your music, where they can get some of your music as well.
Okay, the website is KyleTurnerSax.com, Facebook, Kyle Turner Sax, Instagram is Kyle Turner Sax, and Twitter is Kyle Turner Sax.
That's all right, man. I'm gonna make sure I post those links on the show after the show is over, and then and tell the rest of the family we can say hello, because your wife is a world-renowned poet as well. Am I right?
Exactly. Yes, Ahmari speaks. Right.
Let me tell you, man, what a talented family. So look, even without both of that from both of y'all, we're expecting great things from the kids as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. They're doing awesome too, man. They're adjusting as well, with everything going and not being able to do the things that because they're extremely active. So not being able to do the things they normally do has been an adjustment for them as well.
Outstanding. Now, I also hear you have a radio show, so tell us when that's on and how we can tune in to you.
Yeah, well, I'm on KTSU 90.9, and it's a show called The Jazz Club, and it is from 2 until 6. Monday through Wednesday, and 2 to 5 on Thursdays.
Man, I tell you what,
I'm glad I came by to talk to you, man, because you know, I'm a huge sports fan too, man. And that's, you know, you see I got my Earl Campbell jersey on.
I was checking you out. I'm like, that's the original right there. You know, the Texans are nice, but the Oilers, come on, that's where it's at.
Oh yeah, the Love You Blue, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You asked me how long I've been playing, and you made me tell my age just now by saying, you know, just with that the Love You Blue, you know, Houston Oilers theme song and all that stuff, man.
Well, let me tell you something. Some of these young people go back and they dive into that history, and they know that Earl Campbell was one of the baddest ones out there, and there were a lot of other brothers out there that did it with the Oilers.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Well, hey, man, I'm gonna let you get back to your show, and I totally appreciate you, man. Allowing me to come in and you know, like I said, I had to share your Father's Day gift to you and everything, man, and just keep doing everything great, man, and be blessed.
Kyle, I appreciate you, y'all. Kyle Turner, world-renowned saxophone, jazz saxophone player, tuning in to us right here on the lunch break. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Juneteenth. All right, man. Oh, that just made my day, y'all. That just made my day. And I'm telling you, if you don't know about the legendary Kyle Turner, I want you to check out. I'll post those links up for you later. And I want you to check him out because he is phenomenal. And the fact that he's an Oilers fan as well. Look, I done fell in love with him all over again. So I might be rocking that on the way home from now on. But y'all gotta follow him. Y'all gotta check him out. He is the real deal, man. Woo! I don't even know where to go from here, man. I don't even know where to go. What those boys say? Let me catch my breath. Now they said let me clear my throat, but let me catch my breath. Man, that right there was phenomenal. If you want to get in, comment or talk about any of the guests that we just have, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Man, that's so good. I'm going to get it together. It's going to take me a second, but I'm going to get it together. I want to play something for you. Today is Juneteenth, and today is also the day that the president was going to hold a rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I got to be honest with you, I figured it was going to happen no matter what. I figured no matter what, that was going to happen. But it didn't. It didn't. And I got to be honest, I'm glad that it didn't happen. I'm very glad that it didn't happen. Because I don't think everyone fully understands what happened in Tulsa and what it literally means to us today. So I'm going to play something for you, and I'm not playing it for political value. I'm playing it for awareness, for understanding, for reasoning, for you to just hear it from real people and not just in the media and not via just social media. But I really want you to hear this. I really want you to hear this, all right? This is someone speaking from Tulsa, Oklahoma about this weekend.
Tension is flowing in Tulsa's Black community on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth recognizes the liberation of Black people. It recognizes the end of slavery.
We just tired. My brothers and sisters, mamas, we all want peace. We can't get peace if y'all steady on our back about being Black.
Not one victim, not one descendant of a victim of the Tulsa Race Massacre has yet to receive justice.
The eyes of America will be focused on Tulsa this weekend as President Trump takes the stage for his first rally since the COVID-19 outbreak.
I'm upset that the president chose to bring his hateful rhetoric here on a weekend that means so much to Black people across the country.
The fact that I'm having a rally on that day You can really think about that very positively as a celebration.
Although he did decide to postpone his June 19th rally by one day out of respect for the holiday, some Tulsans say that's not enough.
Truth be told, Juneteenth is a whole weekend celebration. It might start on Thursday and last through Sunday. Move this to next week. Just find another weekend.
Anissa West is an educator and activist. She's lived here her whole life.
To be Black in Tulsa means to be kind of like seen, but also unseen. I think a lot of people here still feel like they live under pretty extreme oppression. Like, we just saw that in the news.
Earlier this month in Tulsa, 2 Black teenagers arrested for jaywalking in a neighborhood with no sidewalks.
It's a street that is very much like any other street, including the one right outside this window.
Why you gotta go? Chill out.
I ended up having to turn the video off. It was just too hard to watch.
The boys were eventually released, and Tulsa police says the arrest is being investigated.
You wonder if at the end of this video, will these kids live? Fortunately, they did, but we know that they're still going to be grappling with the trauma of that experience for a long time.
Racial trauma has a deep history in Tulsa. The 1921 race massacre destroyed the historically Black Greenwood district, then known as the Black Wall Street.
What we want more than anything is for our children and grandchildren to know that there's more to Black history than slavery and the civil rights movement.
Michelle Brown is the program coordinator at the Greenwood Cultural Center. Take me back to 1921. What was it like here on Black Wall Street?
There were grand hotels, movie theaters, restaurants, clothing stores, grocery stores. The list goes on and on. Everything that our community does not have today, the Black community was able to build in 1921. It was simply an amazing time in Tulsa's history.
But just before Memorial Day, 1921, an elevator incident between a 19-year-old Black man, Dick Rowland, and a 17-year-old white girl named Sarah Page would change the city forever. And what was that night like when this vibrant neighborhood was destroyed?
So when white rioters began to gather in front of the courthouse, angry and upset about what had happened, determined to take matters into their own hands, lynchings were all too common in Tulsa. They began to set homes and businesses on fire. The National Guard was eventually called in. They were told that there was a Negro uprising, that Negroes were killing innocent unarmed whites. They sided with the white rioters and white police department and white city officials and began to arrest every African American in the community. More than 300 Black-owned businesses were burned to the ground. More than 1,200 homes completely destroyed.
Most of this country, most of the city doesn't even know about what occurred in 1921 with the massacre. Why is that?
Many people decided to sweep this history under the rug. The city of Tulsa didn't want to be known as the place where our nation's worst race massacre had occurred.
America is in the midst of a large-scale reckoning with its legacy of racism. The police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis unleashing protests in all 50 states with the rallying cry, Black Lives Matter. How does what happened 99 years ago relate to what's happening today?
We are still dealing with the same racism and injustice in 2020 that existed in 1921. These images that you see in some of the photographs of Black men being marched down the streets from 1921 are very similar to images that you see now in 2020. And it's time that we realize that we have to do something different.
A white boy wakes up and says, "What do I want to do today?" And a Black boy wakes up and says, "What can I do today?"
The renewed movement for equality inspired lifelong Tulsan Greg Robinson to do something he never expected, running to become the city's first ever Black mayor.
It was something in my heart that said, before I really start this, I better go on and hang out with the fam one last time in a big space. So I'm a child of Tulsa. I'm a child of Greenwood. And when you look and think that we are just on the sunset of the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre, and not one victim, Not one descendant of a victim of the Tulsa Race Massacre has yet to receive justice. There are still families that are being victimized by police violence and no justice is found. And so I'm standing up and I'm asking Tulsans to stand up with me and say, look, we can do better if we commit together to do it.
What is it like to be a black man living in Tulsa right now?
I think it was James Baldwin that said to be black and relatively conscious is to be mad all of the time. And I can't sit here and tell you that it is an easy job, but I would tell you I have a little bit of privilege. I wonder what it's like to be a black youth that is walking the streets of these communities, getting pulled over for jaywalking and being put in handcuffs. I think it feels tough for all of us black men, black women, not just here in Tulsa, but across the country. And that's what this movement is about.
Original salute. Left face. Back at attention.
This is a group of young cats from North Tulsa that have tried to model themselves after the tenets of the Black Panthers. And so it's important for me, man, to come and talk to them. And because the fact of the matter is, the reason a lot of young black men aren't voting is because they don't see nobody that's really representing them.
What have you learned most from hearing what these young people are telling you?
They're so much more peaceful than what society and media would have you believe. They are angry, but they are turning to say, man, we want to have our own businesses. We want to take care of our own communities. Everybody got a little bit of slice of story.
Yeah.
And so why don't we just go and just share a little bit? Why are you actually out here?
We trying to bring peace. We trying to bring our people together so we can be fundamentally sound.
We ain't marching against Trump. We ain't marching against the police. None of that. We march against violence, and we marching to bring discipline to our mind, body, and soul.
I'm here because I'm tired of police right behind my back because I don't know if they're going to pull a gun on me or yank me out the car.
And this is Juneteenth. This is brotherhood. All of us come from these streets out here. All of us have dealt with the same problem. We all want better for our children out here. And the only way to get better is to do better.
Tell me about what this mural means to the community.
This is a sacred space. We know that this is a space where buildings were destroyed, people died here, but the spirit is still here. People thriving in the midst of what may be chaos, what may be, oppression, or both, as we're dealing with right now. But we're still here, and we're gonna keep building, and we're not going anywhere. I hope when you stand on this ground that you feel empowered to go out and do whatever that thing is that you thought you couldn't, or that someone told you you couldn't.
I wanted to play that because, folks want to talk about when football is coming back. Folks want to talk about when basketball is coming back. Folks want to keep politics out of sports. Folks want us to just shut up and dribble, shut up and throw the ball, shut up and hit the ball. But when it comes to certain history, they want to shine it proudly. You got people that are quitting racing because they can't wear the Confederate flag. You got folks that are walking off their jobs because police officers are being held accountable for murder. But nobody wants to talk about things like Tulsa and Rosewood and other stuff. That's what we're doing on the lunch break. I'll be right back right after this on the legendary KYOK.
Your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment. Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431. Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we'll run a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Matthew 18, 19, and 20. That's the gospel. And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
I'm Ben Tankett, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It's Juneteenth. It's Freestyle Friday. Been doing a lot of freestyling all show long. We have worked in some sports. I'm trying to see if there's anything breaking. There isn't. Baseball is still going at it with their owners. Like I said, that's the relationship you want to stay out of. Basketball, June 24th is the day that we'll know who is going down to play in Disney and who is not. I know the Rockets, the Spurs, the Mavericks, and the Pelicans will be traveling to Orlando July 7th through the 11th. They'll have a training camp here in their respective cities up until then, starting at the end of June. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and go to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Keith Hennick.
Keith Hennick, caller of the year 2020. Happy Juneteenth.
Well, thank you, AJ. Happy Juneteenth to you, too.
I appreciate it, Keith. It's a big day.
Well, I'll tell you, it is a huge day, and although I am not a member of your culture, I am celebrating with you all today. It's a very, very big, important day, and change is coming. I mean, you can feel it, AJ, and I'm just thrilled.
Yeah, I agree that I know change is coming. I know change is coming. After talking with young people like Ahmari, after talking with young people like some of the other folks that we've had, Kennedy and some of the other folks that we had, I know change is coming. I know it's coming.
Well, and I don't think you have to wait until they grow up. I think change is coming very soon, very, very soon. And over the last 3 weeks or a month, I have laughed with you guys. I've cried with you guys. I've been outraged, and my feeling today is good. I really believe that things are going to dramatically change. And by next January, that change will begin to happen at a very rapid rate. But really, I just called to wish you and the Lunch Breakers a very happy Juneteenth, and I hope and pray that you enjoy your day.
Man, I appreciate that. You have a happy Father's Day on Sunday as well, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thanks, Keith Hennick. Caller of the year 2020. He's a good dude. I mean, he's a good dude. If you haven't gotten a chance to get to know Keith Hennick, do that. One of the things that I had kind of wanted to do was to honor and celebrate fathers. But watch this. You know, we have Thanksgiving in November. In December, we have Christmas. We go ahead and slide in a little bit of New Year's, but right after New Year's is really Mother's Day. And some kind of way they've melded Valentine's Day and Mother's Day in at the same time. So from like February 1st all the way through that, what Sunday is it in June? That's Mother's Day. That whole time is Mother's Day. It ain't knocking it now. I'm not knocking it. I'm just pointing it out to people who might not have known that Mother's Day has grown. And yeah, I meant to rhyme. I missed the greatest. But Father's Day is that the Sunday that it falls on. And I'm sorry, Mother's Day is in May. Let me get it right. But Father's Day is in June, and it's like a half day. It's like 5 minutes of a day. It's like 5 minutes long on that day, and if you miss it, you don't get another 5 minutes. Here's what I want you to do. On Father's Day, I want you to recognize fathers. And Kimberly Armstrong, I love what you put up there. Kimberly Armstrong she said a picture like out by a marina looking over the ocean, and there was lobsters stacked up to the hilt, and there was, adult beverages, and it just looked beautiful. And she said Mother's Day. And then for Father's Day, she had a picture of a TV dinner, the kind that come out of the microwave. You know which dinners I'm talking about. And she said, ladies, we're not doing that this year. And I even heard another woman of God say, we're not talking about deadbeat dads this year. We're not talking about heartbreaks this year. We're not talking about any of that. We're honoring fathers this year. And I'm sorry, baby, if they created a child with you, they are a father. I ain't say, I don't want to start stipulating good fathers and what have you, because we can do the same thing with mothers. We're not fighting that fight this year. Honoring fathers. So on Sunday, honor a father. If your father's no longer there, honor your brother if he's a father. Honor your uncle. Honor people at your church. Honor people in your neighborhood. Honor people in walks of life that you cross that are father. Honor them. Please don't do the call your girlfriend because she's been raising her children by herself and wishing her a happy Father's Day. We're not going to be that divided either. There are some great mothers out there that have had to play both roles. We're not doing that right now either. God bless you, and we thank God for you. And you know me. If you need help, holler at me. I will help you. But right now, we need to honor our men for the fathers that we want them to be. Can you do that? Can you get in your spiritual mind and see beyond what your eyes can see and see them as the father that they could have been and honor that? Can we do that? Honor the potential of a father that they have in them. If that's all you got, then honor that. And then come Monday, I want y'all to drop pictures of your father. I know you can't do them on the stream while I'm live, but we'll do them. I'll start a post. I'll start a post Monday morning, and I want you to drop pictures of fathers. And watch this. And I'm not just talking about your daddy. I'm talking about the father or fathers of your children. Yeah. This will be therapeutic if you let it. This might free you up from some stuff if you let it. You ain't got to do nothing else. It don't mean you're getting back with them. Don't mean that you're trying to alleviate them from any of their responsibilities. It's for giving them credit for the one thing. If they didn't get nothing else right, they got this right. They blessed you with that beautiful child or children. So drop those pictures on Monday on my timeline and let me read those names off. Even if they're nowhere around, if they're on the other side of the world, I want their name on the atmosphere. I want to celebrate and call off the names of fathers on Monday because you dropped them on that post. Don't have one name on there. If I look on that post, and I see one name and y'all like somewhere with your arms crossed and jaws sewed up, I ain't even fooling with AJ and the lunch break today. No, drop them fathers on there. Drop your brother, drop your cousin, drop your next door neighbor, drop Mr. Johnny from around the way, drop them. Put them on there. If you don't have their picture, at least put their name on there. And I mean first and last. I want to say the whole name. Okay? Ladies, do this for me because I'm telling you, this is going to be powerful. This is literally going to show the world that we're not as divided as they think that we are. And I'm just not just celebrating black fathers. I'm celebrating all fathers. Okay. All right. Do that for me. Lunch breakers, y'all gonna do it? Okay. All right. All right, let me get ready to get out of here. Y'all wore me out today. Man, wasn't Ahmari Willis phenomenal? Was not she phenomenal? Yes, she was. I got to do Sybil Wilkes. Let me do Sybil, and then I'll sign off after this. Sybil, and I'll sign off after this.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus.
Why are they playing mama songs on the weekend of Father's Day?
Businesses are finding ways to reopen. Schools across Michigan will be allowed to resume in-person instruction this fall with strict safety measures in place.
We can't catch a break.
The Secretary of Higher Education in New Jersey has released guidance for colleges and universities to reopen for in-person instruction for the upcoming summer and fall sessions. Movie theater chain Cinemark plans to have all of its more than 500 locations nationwide reopened by July 17th. The company says moviegoers will be strongly encouraged to wear face masks. To promote social distancing among its employees, Amazon is testing a wearable device that will beep and emit a flashing light when warehouse workers are too close to each other. Ford Motor Company is giving 30,000 U.S. employees the option to work from home until at least the end of this year. Please visit
Happy birthday,
civilworks.com to
Latasha.
subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to the Lunch Break.
All right, y'all. We're about to wrap this thing up, man. Let me get ready to go. I appreciate everybody that's agreeing to do that with me to honor fathers on Sunday and Monday. So y'all be sure and give them the love directly on Sunday, and then on Monday give me their names and or pictures. If they got some with their kids, definitely let's if you feel comfortable doing that. But just the names of the fathers, put them out there for me so we can celebrate them. Okay. All right. I got to get ready to go. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. Give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And then, of course, over the weekend, you got Angel Lewis, you got Marriage Talks, you got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive, you got Walt Baby Love and Gospel Tracks. And then come Monday morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff, Get Up Mornings. And then, of course, you got your brother back for Media Monday. I should have David Grubb back, and we'll see if we definitely, I know we've got some virtual co-hosts coming up on next week. And then don't forget on Wednesday, we'll have Kelsey Nelson, host of Listen In with K&N, and David Grubb and myself. We got a lot in store for you. But I want y'all to enjoy Juneteenth. If you don't know what it's about, don't beat yourself up. You can go online, you can look it up, you can understand what Juneteenth is about, and I'm sure you will agree with me, it is no less important than the 4th of July. I mean, literally, it is no less important than that. One was from an oppressive country, the other one was from some impressive people. And I mean it. I embrace it, celebrate it. I love what Keith Hennig does. Hey, I might not be from the culture, but guess what? Happy Juneteenth to you. That's celebrating it with us. And then I love what the young lady said earlier. She said, I used to say I don't see color. I see color. I just don't let it change the way I treat people. This whole I don't see color thing. I don't want to preach. I don't want to preach, but just get this. When you say you don't see a person's color, you're saying that you don't see a part of them that God gave them. And that's not what you mean. What you mean to say is that you don't let the color that you see stop or change the way you treat them. But don't tell somebody you don't see their color. You see a red light, don't you? Then see how beautiful black is. See how beautiful brown is. See how beautiful colors are. Your life will be a whole lot better. If it's already great, it'll be even greater when you see color. All right? Anyway, let me go. Again, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize stuff around you, give people 6 feet, and treat people with respect. Can you do it? All right, I'll talk to you. All right, y'all. What a show. Oh, my gosh. What a show, man. the Kyle Turner came on the lunch break and played me a custom-made theme song because somebody said I was a superhero. Oh, man. I'm telling y'all gonna hear that song again. Let's LP, go on and teach. All right, girl. Listen, happy birthday to you. But anyway, let me get ready to go. Y'all, I believe, Keith, that change is gonna come. That change is gonna happen, but it starts with us. Either you're gonna be a part of the change happening, or change is gonna happen without you. One of the two. And I, for one, choose to be a part of the change. So, again, y'all, as always, not this, but this. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all take care. God bless.